what it is, YouTube. It's your boy,
Mike Max.
Solo Jolo.
And we are Max Critical
Critical
back at it again with another video today.
Yes, sir.
Today.
We got one of my all-time favorites, Ahoy. If you don't know Ahoy is one of those YouTubers who uploads really, really high quality, professional almost videos once every 5 months. But
right, exactly.
You know, he disappears into the ether for real, but he has dropped some all-time classics. Seeming you think on surface level some basic stuff, but really you really goes in depth on it, and you know it can be informative a lot of times. And these are really good videos in my opinion, honestly, genuinely. If for some reason you don't know or haven't checked out the channel Ahoy, AHOY, do yourself the favor. Go look at his channel. Go check out his stuff. I promise you're going to find your own reason to subscribe, for sure.
Right.
But yeah, today we got a video from him talking about when video games were brown. Now, Mike, real quick, I know you remember this era. And it feels like an era. I don't even know I can't pinpoint it at all. But it's a feeling. I feel like it was a whole era where all the games were literally a shade of shit.
Yeah.
It was either poop
and
green,
it was like
poop brown.
And it's really hard to pinpoint where it started. Like, was it Modern Warfare 2? Because that was a very brown game,
you know,
or was it Gears of War, which was also a very dark brown game?
I'm telling you,
Batman Arkham, Arkham Asylum was a very dark shade of brown.
It felt like there was a lot of games in that era that were just really boring and palette.
Yeah,
and so you know,
games did not have the color. So without further ado, here we go. Brown.
Everybody knows that video games went through a phase of desaturated brown, yellow filters, and bloom. It is an unassailable fact for which the evidence is everywhere. The unrelenting bleak palettes of games like Gears of War, Call of Duty, and Assassin's Creed. The urine-tinged highlights of Need for Speed Most Wanted and Fallout 3.
Oh, Fallout, duh.
The trend was so pervasive, it even infected The Legend of Zelda. The beautifully bright colors of Wind Waker were lost, replaced with the drab hues of Twilight Princess. The most erudite video essayist adjusts their glasses and starts to read from a script. It all started with Resident Evil 4.
Oh, Resident Evil 4.
But wait, hold on a minute. Did it?
Wait, no.
Did video games really go brown for a while? Or are we just cherry-picking examples to fit the conclusion? The discourse surrounding video games can be quite dogmatic. Certain things are accepted as truth without any real basis. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that there were no brown video games during Gen 7. I'm just pointing out that brown was not a novel invention. There were brown games before.
Quake is brown as fuck.
Quake was famously brown. All the World War II games of the early 2000s had drab colors. So my question is, was there any measurable change? Is there some kind of objective measure we could chart so that we might witness the trend with cold, hard data? For instance, could we do a color analysis over a significant portion of video games history? Now, I know what you're thinking. We're talking decades, thousands of games, each with hours, if not hundreds of hours of gameplay. How would you analyze all that? It's impossible.
Is it?
So let's start with some leaderboards, the highest and lowest scoring games according to our metrics. The least saturated game is Resident Evil 2 at 13.6%. None of the least saturated games are a huge surprise. Shooters, particularly World War II ones.
Okay, well, okay.
Least saturated.
Resident
Evil 2, finest Call of Duty finest hour, Carbon, Recon, Wildlands, Pro Skater 4.
Yeah.
The
The Two Towers.
Yeah.
Most Wanted.
3. Okay.
Call of Duty 3. Yeah, it was more grayish.
Okay.
Blue
Yeah.
than brown.
And also Enter the Matrix. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
World at War.
World at War.
World was fucking like World War II, blue dusty and shit. Like it was like dark and blue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
More saturated than Resident Evil 2, but not by as
only
much
by
as
like
you would
7%,
like.
like 7%
like
more
7%
saturated than Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Racing games,
Yeah, dang.
particularly Need for Speed circa 2005, and a couple of the Tony Hawk games. Driving and skateboarding might seem surprising at first, but there is a substantial amount of tarmac and concrete on screen that really brings the average down.
Yeah.
I played the dog shit out of that fucking game.
That-
Most saturated
Project 8
was
was
Just
actually a lot
Dance
more
3,
brown than that.
77.4%.
Yeah.
In fact,
Yeah.
there are
That's a
4
cool
Just
fucking
Dance games in
game.
the top 10. Few can compete with their garish palette.
Yeah, okay. Most.
Shit.
Damn, he went on that
You
one.
going fast, brother? Hold on.
Oh, well, let me see.
Okay.
Just Dance 3, obviously. Guitar Hero World Tour. Jesus.
Doom.
Wow.
Doom 20. Okay. All right. Sure. Yeah. It was pretty saturated. Yeah. Doom was pretty saturated.
Dude was colorful as fuck.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, obviously.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts. Not a surprise. Okay.
There's 3 Just
There's
Dances
3
on.
Yeah. It's one of the most colorful games in history.
4 just wait. 1. No, there's 4 Just Dances on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god.
Most colorful game in history.
4 Just Dance
Or at least
games in the
most
top
saturated.
10.
Saturated for
Few
sure.
can compete with their garish
Modern
palette.
history.
Cyberpunk 2077 comes in 4th. But perhaps more surprising is 2016's Doom at number 6.
It's a saturated brown.
Yeah,
It's still very
yeah.
brown.
Darkest overall is Resident Evil 7 at 8.8% average brightness. Other dark games include The Witcher 3, Halo, Gears of War.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
But you're outside for most of it.
At nighttime, it is pretty dark, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
The Incredibles game was awesome.
Yeah.
And Gears of War was very dark. Gears of War was dark as fuck.
Yeah,
It was dark in the daytime on that fucking
Halo,
game.
Halo Combat Evolved, it was.
And Halo 2.
Dark. Halo 2, yeah. There we go.
And Diablo
Shit in
2.
them games.
Brightest overall is Wii Fit at
Yeah.
67.7%. Not the greatest surprise as it does use a white background much of the time. Wii Play's high brightness can be similarly explained. Otherwise, it's Pokemon and Super Mario with the brightest palettes, which again isn't a particular surprise. The least brown game is FIFA 13
The least
at
brown game.
0.6%. Sports games in general score quite low.
It's a fucking field. Most of these games
It's
are grassy
mostly green.
fields. Yeah, most of these games are grassy fields. Most of
So
these are here.
FIFA,
Yeah.
Halo,
Halo
Need for
Combat Evolved, yeah,
Speed,
for sure.
and Madden.
All of these games are mostly just grassy fields. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You better be.
On the brown scale, they tend to be majority green with some blue for a sky and a splash of team colours. The only non-sports games are Halo Combat Evolved and Need for Speed Carbon. Both of these use a distinctly blue-tinged palette.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, can you guess what the most brown game is?
Let's see what we can. Let's see.
All right, shit.
Let's see if we can guess the
'Cause
most brown game.
I mean, shit.
Let's see if we can guess.
Most brown? Shit. That's a rough one.
The most brown.
Most brown.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
You know? That sounds like a pretty good guess to me. Shit.
But
What's
that's
the-
like a Hail Mary one.
It is. Yeah, it is. It is.
Like my initial thought is me think.
me initial think.
Me initial think. But no, Modern Warfare 2 is like the first thing that pops into my head because it's very brown.
it's
I mean,
a-
it takes place in fucking Afghanistan and
It's
shit.
a damn brown game. I
Also, Max Payne, but like he had like that red shirt to break up all of the brown.
can't-
So
like, I don't know if
and it was more yellow. It was more like a pissy game.
I
than-
don't know if I'd put it above the Modern Warfare though.
I don't know.
My
I'm-
guess is Modern Warfare.
Yeah, Modern
I
Warfare
mean,
2 for me, man.
You really are spitting.
But we're probably both wrong.
Hey, Can't remember all of them.
Okay, yeah, we can't remember.
Can't
everything.
remember every single one of them bitches, boy.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately.
I'll bet you can't, as I was surprised to see it. It's Grand Theft Auto Vice City. A Brownest score of 65.1%.
now,
Damn.
in our defense, I played Vice City on PSP.
I imagine that whole looked a lot
And
different on PSP.
yeah. Now, I played it on Vice. I played it on Vice. I played it on PSP, so it didn't. I don't remember it being very brown. But it might have been. Hell,
I mean, yeah, that shit. I'm looking at it, shit.
it's definitely brown
It's
as
all
fuck.
brown. Even the green is brown.
Yeah, even the green
that
is like a
grass over
brownish
there-
green.
Even that grass over there brown as hell. Shit.
Surely some mistake. Vice City is awash with neon hues and glorious sunsets, right? Well, the lighting is overwhelmingly warm, but the city and roads are grey. And what do you get when you add an orange cast over grey? You get a sea of wonderful brown. Other notable.
Damn.
Odyssey.
Odyssey is brown as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, of course, Lego Indiana Jones takes place in the fucking desert, and obviously Doom is brown as hell.
New
and
Vegas,
and Oblivion,
and Oblivion feels
brown as fuck.
Yeah,
I feel like the
I
2K. I feel like the 2K games are racist because like the 2K games being
So
amongst the most brown games.
Oh,
That's
funny.
fucking
I
hilarious.
guess some of the brown court or whatever, but the players are also dark as hell. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have never guessed Vice City though.
Nah, that wouldn't even have been.
Even with the
That wouldn't have been my 15th guess.
I never would have guessed that.
The brown games are some of the basketball titles. Some courts traverse into the brown zone. And games set in arid landscapes are also up there. Assassin's Creed, Lego Indiana Jones, and Fallout New Vegas. The warmth metric mirrors the brown, which is to be expected given the overlap.
Yeah.
Vice City once again leads the way, with a whopping 83.5% of pixels being warm-toned. Gears of War 3 jumps surprisingly high.
Man, that
While
game is
only
so fucking
moderately
fun.
brown, it does feature a lot of yellow tones in its highlights.
That opening
The football
mission
games are
playing
once again
with 3
least
niggas.
warm,
Oh my
with
God.
FIFA taking the lead. A few surprises to be had then, but the figures seem to mesh with what we'd expect.
Okay.
All right.
I suppose the real question is, how do things change over time? Can we see the brownification of video games in the data?
Or
Fir-
are we just looking at the whole thing with
Right.
brown tinted goggles?
It goes up and down, but it does. Spike.
It is kind
It
of
does
trending
spike.
up.
You know, it does trend up though. Yeah, it does trend the fuck up.
First,
Interesting.
let's look at saturation. In broad terms, this charts how colourful games were. The least saturated year, at 33.5%, was 2005.
And it makes sense that we all feel this way because 2005 was the year most of us gained sentience.
It's just, you know,
Most of us who have this type of complaint.
most of us who's there for this era. Yeah,
Yeah, who were there for this era, to grow up with this era, to have this type of complaint, regardless of what the data may or may not say. This checks out.
Due to the likes of Need for Speed Most Wanted, Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, and Midnight Club 3. The most saturated year, 45.4%, was 2012, helped by Just Dance 4 and Skylanders Giants.
Skyland.
Trend-wise, we start off around the 40% mark in 2000, declining until 2005. From that point on, there's a recovery, with average saturation steadily climbing throughout the 7th generation until its peak in 2012. From there, there's a recovery back down to around the 40% mark, where it holds steady for a while. There does seem to be an uptick in 2019 and 2020, although without further data, we can't say whether that continues. On to the next metric, brightness. The darkest year on record was 2005,
Yeah.
22.6% average brightness. Resident Evil 4 and Splinter Cell are the darkest games from this year. The brightest year is 2008, 30.5%.
Ironic, because the 08 was a very dark year if you was 30.
Yeah.
A very dark year to be an adult in 08, because you probably lost your house.
Yeah.
Wii Fit helped a lot here. The overall change in brightness over time is less pronounced than that of saturation, but we can see a dip from 2003 to 2006.
That 2005
This
dip was
coincides with
crazy,
the decline
man.
in saturation we observed.
No saturation, no brightness.
Our brownness metric
like a whole,
shows
like-
no major
yeah.
trends.
Oh my god!
Ooh, it was early 2000s. There was one dip. Other than that, it shot up tremendously and it stayed up. That's a lot. That's a lot of brown.
That's a lot of brown. And it actually got even more brown
Oh God,
in 2017, 16.
It got even more fucking brown.
Holy shit.
Shit, look at that. Well, would you look at that? There's some validity to it. There's some validity to it. Shit, look at it.
Hey,
There's something there. There's something there. There's something there.
it's not a man. It's not, we're not, it's
There
not,
is-
there's a reason the glasses were tinted brown.
At all. The least brown year was 2001, where there is a congregation
I can make a joke about that, but we're gonna move right along.
of more blue-toned games like Halo, Grand Theft Auto 3, and
Depending on
Metal
where
Gear
you were in
Solid
the world,
2.
it was very brown.
The brownest year was 2016, where the earthy tones of Far Cry Primal and rusty reds of Doom lift the average.
Yeah.
But overall, things stay about the same. If anything, from 2006 to 2011, there was a steady decline in the amount of brown in games, but it's only very slight. In terms of color warmth, the coolest year was the same as the least brown, 2001. The warmest colors were in 2010. The deserts of Fallout New Vegas and Red Dead Redemption probably mostly to blame. Trend-wise, we see a gradual increase of warm colors from 2002 to 2010, followed by a decline. So, let's draw some conclusions. Were video games more brown during Gen 7? They were not. There is
not
no
during
substantial
Gen 7.
change in the amount of brown in games between 2000 and 2020. If anything, there was a slight decrease in brown in the latter half of Gen 7. This might be a reaction from developers in the face of the criticism that earlier games received. Were video games less saturated during Gen 7? This is partially true, but the decrease in game saturation can largely be attributed to games of the 6th generation instead. I'd suggest it's because the introduction of the PS2 and Xbox marked a shift in the target market for games. The children and adolescents of the 90s had grown up, and it was increasingly acceptable for young adults to play games. This led to an increased number of games that catered for a mature audience, and this meant a major shift to more realistic settings. The types of games people were playing changed too. Shooters, driving games, and skateboarding games were popular. These genres tend to have quite muted palettes, and so we see a marked decrease in average saturation throughout the 6th generation. By the time the Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii had released, this trend was starting to reverse, however. The Wii, in particular, served as a reminder that colourful, family-friendly titles could still be successful. And again, the types of games people were playing changed. Market fatigue led to the downfall of World War II shooters and skateboarding games,
Yeah, we got
and the
so
games that
many of
replaced them were
those.
generally more colourful.
Was just talking
By the
about
end of Gen
Rise
7,
of the Sun.
games were more saturated than at any point of our analysis. Again, possibly a consequence of developer response to criticism. Were video games plagued with yellow filters during Gen 7?
Please be true.
This is true, albeit not to the extent
Because I'm
some
like,
would
how can it
believe.
not be true,
Come
dog?
on now.
There is a very slight trend upwards in the amount of yellow and orange in games, rising from 2005
just slight
to a
enough
peak
to
in
be noticed.
2010.
It's something to note here that
This is likely
those
a
metrics
consequence
will
of the
fall
introduction of
these
color.
metrics and skills do tend to they look exactly how we grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like their dip happened and then it goes up and it feels like damn why all of a sudden it's easy for us to perceive it that way if it looks
It's not even that.
it's not even
It's not even that we're totally wrong. The
It's just
vocabulary
that-
might be a
that
bit off,
and we don't
and the semantics might need a little bit of tweaking. But
but we weren't allowed to think back.
We
farther
not
than that.
tripping.
So yeah,
grading to
there is
games.
a trueness to it.
we not tripping at all.
There's a trueness to that, and you know what? Yeah.
The more programmable graphics pipelines of Gen 7 hardware could more effectively use post-processing effects. Adjusting the colors of a final rendered scene according to a lookup table is a quick and effective way of imparting a desired look and feel to a game. Done well, it can make a scene look better and impart a filmic look. However, it's fair to say the technique wasn't used entirely responsibly during its infancy. Some games did suffer from an excessively yellow appearance, and this was exacerbated by the trend for desaturation. I think it just took a while for developers to get to grips with color grading. I don't recall many complaints about the rusty red filters in 2016's Doom, although this was accomplished with a similar technique. The yellow filter wasn't universal either. For every gritty shooter, there's a title like Guitar Hero or Super Mario Galaxy.
True enough.
I wonder if it's not the games that changed, but the players. If you were born in the 90s, you would have grown up with the PS2 and come of age with Gen 7. If you went from Kingdom Hearts to Gears of War, you might wonder where all the color went. You might blame the new generation. So the Xbox 360 and PS3 are unfairly painted with this reputation. The truth is, the trend for desaturated realism started years before. It was the growing pains of the PS2's shift to a more mature market that brought the gritty style to the mainstream. And this was the legacy that the Gen 7 consoles inherited.
I don't know why. I really remember those old Assassin's Creed games looking different color-wise, bro. These hoes look gray as hell.
Yeah, they
Damn,
I
these games is gray as
we might
fuck.
have been using our imagination.
Man, I might have been using my imagination.
I was using my imagination on a lot of the PS3, PS2 era shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, this shit look great. The Ezio look gray as hell. No.
This is the evolution in gaming we need.
Ain't no evolution in gaming, man. Shit, look. But
Y'all done cooking whatever that is. It smell good, motherfucker.
You can go ahead and continue shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cause I mean, shit, I just thought these hoes look so.
I mean, the
different
video
color-wise.
basically over.
It is, yeah.
The video basically over.
We can call it there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got an answer for the most part.
Yes, video games were more brown for the most part.
For the most part, but it's very dependent on where you were born and you know what I'm saying, when exactly you started to play games. But yeah, for the most part, they did lose.
It's not based on
For
nothing
color.
because like we can see it. We can definitely see it. That is crazy how gray that
I was gonna say I swore Assassin's Creed was not that fucking great.
That is wild.
Damn.
But yeah. Shit. Seems like there you have it.
You know, shit. Damn, yeah.
I forgot that dog was in here.
Yeah, no, Lily is in here. But that's what we got for you right now. Shit, bro, you know.
Hey, games were more brown.
You want to go back and look at the data more.
Yeah, no, go
detail.
support the original go support the original creator.
The little detail points he was giving.
Yeah, because we had to
in
skip
his-
over some
you know,
stuff.
because man, he got
He
it.
definitely
He
went.
got in depth. It's
Yeah.
high tech. You see, he did all this shit himself. So
Yeah, no.
It was
Please
gonna-
go
it was
support
gonna go
this
there,
guys.
so. yeah, but go check out his shit. You know what I'm saying? Go watch it for yourself. Get the full. You know what I'm saying? Shit for your damn self.
And hey, and also, you know, and before you do that, leave us a like,
You know,
comment, what you think. Like,
you go running off.
what's the most brown video game you've ever played?
Oh God, what's the game you vividly remember being just the most brown, uncolorful shit ever?
And you know, and hey, it doesn't matter if he listed it or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Throw it in the
exactly.
comments.
Yeah,
Man. Let's talk about
Let's
it.
really talk about it. Because I really do remember these Assassin's Creed games
Yeah,
not looking like that. That's crazy.
exactly.
But yeah, that's all we got.
Yep. Till next time, guys. Peace.